we're listing down the worst creatures in the game of Creatures of Sonaria. The Tier 1 creatures. Out of all the characters in the game, the Tier 1 characters are classified into the last tier due to their weaker attributes. These characters are usually the smallest in size, as well as their health and stamina factors are also lag behind. Their health is the main concern because as soon as you put up a fight, they usually die off. Talking about stamina, they also lack this particular factor. Now, you must be wondering that what are the specific creatures that are listed in the last tier of the game? Well, these are none other than Ulipi, Phyluff, Jeff, Bizu, Kimoti, Kiwin, Pero, Pernerex, Prebiki, Nimuna, Annie, Rukig, Milk, Astrothi, and other similar kinds. Considering all of their health, not a single one of the creatures offers the health value more than 500 regen. Their health percentage is also always within 10% regen, which is extremely less considering their skills required to play the Creatures of Sonaria. They usually have a longer body with even a long tail with spikes on their backs. The important thing is, even though they're small, this factor usually works in their favor because they're difficult to kill due to less visibility. The Tier 2 creatures. These creatures are often more powerful than the Tier 1 creatures. They have well-rounded stats, and the most important thing is they can put up a decent fight. Although the Tier 2 creatures are similar in size as compared to the Tier 1 characters, but the only factor which puts them in a higher tier is their fighting skills and other statistical values. They have higher percentage of health value, as well as their stamina also keeps increasing as we talk about the different creatures in the same list. The specific creatures which are listed under the second category are Arcanax, Kentapati, Katal, Daesira, Deocrine, Bengong, Daggernix, Uvius, Himokai, Criprix, Kiki, Momola, Fugu, Wystora, and Kiridian. There are, of course, a few more additions to the list, but these are the most popular ones. Although their health percentage is within 10% regen, but the striking feature is their stamina could range from 0 to 1000 regen. If you have a decent amount of Robux money, but you don't want to spend more on these characters, then Tier 2 characters are the perfect purchase for you. Tier 3 characters. The Tier 3 characters are a direct upgrade from the Tier 2 creatures due to their change in the physical attribute, which is their size. Everything else between Tier 2 and Tier 3 creatures are similar except for the size. This is the only factor where the Tier 3 creatures have taken a very big leap. They are double in size as compared to Tier 2, but their health and stamina status remain the same. The creatures listed in this category of monsters are none other than Ares, Aisho, Aholai, Bukan, Fekalu, Ghibli, Hikarishi, Keruku, Monaris, Shro, Sochiri, and Gloricus. As said before, the health percentage of these creatures remain within 10% and stamina ranges from 0 to 1000, but their damage control is much higher. All thanks to their bigger size and extremely amazing animations, these creatures are one of the most in-demand characters that players like to choose while playing Creatures of Sonaria. We highly recommend you spend your Robux money into the Tier 3 creatures. The Tier 4 creatures. The Tier 4 creatures are the second best creatures out there in the game, but their main problem is their smaller size. The Tier 4 creatures are even smaller than Tier 3, but they also put in a higher level due to their stamina and undeniably better health percentage. Their damage control is also much better, hence they come under the second best category from worst to best. These creatures are Ardor Warden, Aeolinus, Sonata, Vetamortem, Venathrox, Ura, Moamoema, Militrua, and Magnarothus. Their health percentage ranges between 10 and 20% regen, and stamina even goes above 2000 regen. The Tier 5 creatures. On the list of worst to best creatures of Sonaria, the 5th tier of creatures are the best ones. They are extremely well in their health percentages, as well as their stamina percentage, and also extremely good fighters. The creatures coming under this list are Boreal Warden, Sioridin, Hellion Warden, and all of their other counterparts. This is hands down the best and strongest categories of creatures out there in the Creatures of Sonaria.